forever, smart guy, crazy defenses. So it is a whole nother defense, Every single week's a little bit different, but this week it's, a lot different. So just focusing in on all the little details is going to be important.
There's a lot of pre-snap motion in that defense. I mean, can that be confusing? How do you kind of stay focused on your read?
Honestly, just every single guy on the same page, just everybody communicating. That's the biggest piece, because if you're out there and you're just looking around on your own, you're not going to know what's going on. So everybody on the same page, everybody communicating everything, that's the key to success.
John, how do you think the line played against Oregon State?
We went out there and we were working hard to start fast, and everything, and we can improve ourselves in the run game, and then there's always going to be stuff to improve, but, every single week we're going to try to get better and better. So that's your goal.
Tim was talking about you guys finding a rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that maybe you guys have to force a rhythm. What does that exactly mean? Like, how do you guys find your rhythm up front? Is it just a straight up run play, or is how do you guys find your rhythm up front?
Just getting that communication down so everybody's on the same page, and then executing that. That's as simple it is right there, because if one person's off, that the whole play gets blown up, or a sack is going to happen, tackle for loss, things like that. So getting everybody on the same page is communication, and then rolling through that continuously.
John, when you've obviously seen the plays a million times, went over the tape, was it the same issue as far as not being able to get George going, or was it a number of things? You said, talk a couple times about not being on the same page. Like, how were you guys not on the same page? What stood out?
Just with the communication, making sure, confirming it almost. Like, sometimes you're saying something and then a guy's not responding, or it's getting halfway down the line, little things like that. Just making sure everybody's on the same page and, working as a unit, because at the end of the day, like I said earlier, one person messes up, the whole play's messed up. So staying together all on the same page, confirming that everybody gets the call, everybody's, going the right way, everything like that.
I talked to Tim and Tyreek about just the quick turnaround. You get back from Corvallis, you have a day less of prep. What kind of challenges does that present to you?
Well, both, mental and physical. We just played a game, so you got to find a balance, where you're able to push those reps throughout the week, because we have a whole new look, but also take care of your bodies a little bit. So getting in the training room a little early, getting a little extra time in there. In the film room, same deal, because it's a quick switch, so you got to turn around in your mind. You got to learn what happened from last game and then move on to this next one. And every single day counts, especially with these short weeks.
When you see, the quarterback switch happen as the O-line, and you're struggling to run the ball, and then the one, I think you were the one that hit in, got pushed back into Hank, right, on the one fumble, I think. Just what goes through your mind, I guess, the O-line when they make the quarterback switch there, and what went down there?
All the quarterbacks are great guys. They're all going to be able to play. So whenever a new one comes in, we just know that we got to roll, next man up. So we got to continue that drive, continue that effort, and just do whatever it takes to be successful.
What was your view on Taylor's 74-yard run?
Oh, well, he's one of the fastest guys out there. So I knew if he got a chance to break free, he's going to, run for the touchdown.
His athleticism, I mean, how impressive is it to you guys? And as the offensive line, I mean, if he keeps playing alive, there's a chance he's going to make something happen, it seems like.
Well, yes. That's another aspect, as from the defensive side. You don't have to only cover the 5 guys or 6 guys, going down the field. You got to cover the quarterback, too, and make sure he's not a threat. So that's a whole other aspect.
How's the team handling? Andy Avila said there's a quarterback competition going on right now. We don't know who's going to start. Rocky Long doesn't know who's going to start. How does the team handle it when after one game, all of a sudden there's a full-on quarterback competition?
Well, honestly, it's always a competition, all the way through fall camp, spring, everything like that. So whoever's in there, we're going to play our hardest for whoever's there. Same with the quarterbacks. If Hank's up there at number 1, he's going to play his hardest. Taylor's going to back him up and do whatever it takes. Same vice versa when they switch that out. So no matter who's in there is going to play their hardest, and they know that whatever the coaches make, that calls for the team and whatever to get us better.
We had heard that Hank had his best week of practice before that game. Knowing him the way you do, I think you guys are right up there in most starts together. How surprising, I guess, was it to see him come out of the gate struggling like that, and how much confidence do you guys still have in Hank?
Still have a lot of confidence in Hank. I mean, we've played with him for several years now. He knows how to play. He knows how to win games. One thing, just don't put it all on yourself. We're all here to help you, So it's everybody's job to, go out there and do their 111th. It's not just, can't all just be on one person.
What were you saying? It looked like you were one of the guys that when it looked like Taylor was going to go in for the first time, that he had his helmet on and was standing there. It looked like you went over and said something to him. What kind of encouragement do you give a young kid like that about to go in that spot?
Just telling them that, hey, a lot of people have been in that situation, just run the way you know how to play. You've practiced this. We've gone to scrimmages, everything like that. He's been in games last year too, so he knows how to play. He just has to go out there and execute, which is the thing he did, and I'm proud of him for it.
What have you seen out of Hank this week in practice so far? How seen him respond?
A lot more urgency just in everything he does. Just a lot more focus on what he needs to do to be successful, and it's been great. All the communication, everything like that has been great so far.
Ty was saying a moment ago that in terms of your guys' urgency to get a chance to what, correct what happened against Oregon State, that if you guys could play right now, you'd play right now. How eager are you to play another football game?
That's honestly the best thing about a short week, especially after that, just because we get right back in the saddle, attack another team and just play our hardest, play the way we know how to play.
We know how hard of a worker you are. We've heard about that. And Andy talking about the team, saying that some of the stuff that happened in fall camp, all the success that he saw, it didn't necessarily translate against Oregon State. So how do you guys get it to translate, and where does player accountability fit into all that?
I would say a lot of the practices and scrimmages we had, we try to make it more game realistic, and just focused on getting on that game situation. So when we get to the games, we want to play at a higher level, but we don't want to go so high that you're flying, doing all the wrong footwork. Just, I got to get this gap, got to get this guy, got to get this catch, got to get this throw, little things like that. So having a focus and bringing your energy level up, but not being through the roof with that and, all over the place.
Good.